and we have cement in focus. Navin Sahadeo, Nigel, is with us.
Well, that's right. Yesterday, Jeffrey sounded a little bit positive on the sector, as well as Navin Sahadeo, the analyst at ICICI Securities, joins us, and he went ahead and upgraded the sector as well. Hi, Navin. Good morning, and good to see you in after a while. Well, you're expecting cement as well as demand as well as pricing to improve in the second half of the year. But have you seen signs of that so far in quarter three? If you could give us a couple of numbers, what has been the improvement in pricing and what about demand?
Yeah, so I think October, November as a month is what you have to look at it in a combined way. So there, I think maybe the numbers may not be that encouraging as such, but December seems to be really promising. And I would really like to believe that December onwards, you will see a good demand momentum coming back. Mind you, year to date, the industry has been more flattish. But I'm very optimistic that from December, you will see volumes picking up. And we are seeing that on ground in the sense pricing as a result of that has seen a fair amount of recovery. I think North and East as a region is where there are initial signs of a very handsome 30 to 40 rupees a bag increase. And that's what is encouraging or convincing me to turn positive on the sector.
All right, this 30 to 40 rupees in North and East, has it been accepted though? Because in the past, in the last few months, you've seen price increases getting pushed through and less than half gets absorbed finally. But this time around, you believe it's going to stick?
Very, very hopeful on that. First of all, it has happened after a gap of over a year, and our channel checks are far more convincing than what they were in the past, and that is what gives us conviction. The usual signs are also there. Typically, it's the non-trade category which is a spoil sport in terms of price hikes. But there we understand that even in that category, there is a much higher increase that is already announced or underway. And new orders are also being accepted at only the increased rate. So that is another indication or a fact which builds conviction.
Got it. All right. You're sounding very, very optimistic, Navin. Let's get a couple of stocks then. Ambuja, that's a stock that saw a sharp decline because the promoter entity got itself into a bit of trouble. At least that's what the reports indicated. But that stock has bounced back well from the recent lows. That's your top big bet. Can you give us rationale for that? And why Ambuja and not ACC? It's still trading below replacement cost, right? Why a hold on ACC?
So I'll take your second question first. If you look at all the acquisitions that has happened with the group or with Adani Cement, have all been led by Ambuja. So clearly, Ambuja is the focus for the company. ACC definitely is one of the subsidiaries for Ambuja. But I think the growth focus will be Ambuja. That is where the promoter fund infusion also was last year. And like I said, all acquisitions are led by Ambuja. So that's where Ambuja is clearly the favorite versus an ACC.
And what about Grasim versus Ultratech Cement? You're positive on both of them. Most of Grasim's current value comes in for Ultratech. But there's that paint angle that will play out as well in the coming year. Preference between these two?
No, I'm equally positive on both, but between them, I'll choose Grasim definitely because not just cement, and as you rightly pointed, it's contributes about 60% to the SOTP, but we are getting a very encouraging feedback from our channel checks on the paint front as well. Even in the previous quarter, I think they fairly, the revenues reported by the paint segment was pretty encouraging, and on-ground channel checks suggest that paint is gaining fair amount of traction. So there is a double tailwind for Grasim, and that's why we'll see a precedence in terms of the preference over Ultratech.
Okay, all right. So Grasim over Ultratech. Got that, Navin. Thank you very much for that quick stopover, helping us figure out how to look at cement stocks, considering there's excitement around, maybe finally a price hike coming through.